guys. I'm afraid that's the brand we're working with here. Not the brand I wanted, but possibly the brand I deserved, yes. I do, however, speak Japanese, which I think is a pretty cool skill to have. Ooh, thank you. I'm going to get you on side. Konnichiwa, domo, ato de hanashimasu ne. Domo, yes, I do speak Japanese, so if anyone has any cool t-shirts or tattoos in Japanese, I'm pretty confident I can ruin your day. Everyone thinks they know what their Japanese tattoo says, but that back tattoo that's meant to say love, faith, and freedom might actually say emergency exits only. No one wants to hear about that. No one wants to hear about that at all. I learned the language because I ended up living there for a good 6 years. Yeah, really embraced the culture. Started doing judo daily. Got a black belt in it. Thank you. I'm loving this heavy woo set. Now we're going to increase the laughs, hopefully. Yes. Even started doing Japanese paper folding, origami, yeah. Got that belt in it. Boom. Yes. Eventually I was just embracing the culture so hard. I was even buying all my clothes in shops like Uniqlo. Got a brand belt in it, yeah. Never could quite be that one assistant manager. It was actually during this time in Japan as well where I had enough time to look inwards. That's not just my stomach, right? Cool. Yeah, just looking inwards and had the time to just realise and come out as a foodie. Was that so brave from the box? Yes, thank you, so brave. I believe I walked so that others could queue for bubble tea. Yeah, you're all welcome, yes. To begin with, anyway, I don't even really like the word foodie. No, I think that's the true F word. I prefer if you use the term prick. I feel it's just a bit more accurate, yeah. For work, I work as a technology journalist, and that means even in this story theatre, I can sense the Wi-Fi password. And thanks to the job, it means I get to test the very latest smartphones, e-bikes, even the cutting edge in male contraceptive technology. VR headsets, oh yeah. Thanks to virtual reality, regardless of your sexual preferences, there are now infinite worlds where no one is getting laid. I think that's what Mark Zuckerberg wanted all along, yeah. Amen. I do love the job. A lot of people ask me what my favourite gadget is at the moment. I have to say, it has to be these foldable smartphones. Have you seen these? From Samsung and Google. They're quite expensive. I think they're really cool. And I'm sure you're like me. You're thinking, who would have ever dreamt we'd be living in a world of folding phones? Again. I think this is just the start. I'm sure folding laptops will be on the horizon, dare to dream. And maybe even folding cars. Stay with me. Folding cars. I am sure Tesla is scheming away on a car that can both drive and fold itself. Project codename, Death Trap. And don't get me wrong, I'm not as if I'm a huge Elon Musk fan or anything, but if anyone knows how to make something fold in on itself, yeah, we saw what he did to Twitter. He's our man, yeah. The job's good, but the main problem I have with it is it's not exactly a respected career. Thank you for the appropriate level of silence there. Yeah, it's not really respected. I think my friends and family just... The main problem is my friends and family don't take any of my advice when they buy new gadgets, new phones and stuff. And it kind of hurts my feelings. I've done this job for a good 10 years. I've even, get this, been name-checked in multiple Apple Store employee resignation letters. But they just won't hear it. And the honest truth is, I don't care if you have an iPhone or an Android, because bisexual flex, I quite like both. Yes, thank you. But I will judge you on your phone network, and that's where I draw the line, yes. And I'll go first. Textbook Vodafone. Kind of guy that wears this kind of ring, but lacks both the arrogance and the hairline to pull it off. Yeah. Could be worse though. There are people in this theatre today living a life with barely any signal, barely any data, barely any hope. There are people in here living with gift-gab. Yeah. Or worse, Tesco Mobile. Oh, horror. I am still waiting for Lidl to eventually launch their phone network. I think we can all see it coming. 500 free minutes, 4 gigs of data, and an industrial concrete mixer. The perfect bundle from Lidl. Bundle spelled B-U-N-D-L, of course. Like Lidl. Yeah. But if you are on Tesco Mobile, just ask them for the Wi-Fi password after the break. I've got you. Now, this year, more recently, this year's been a big year for me. I've been trying to get into shape, yes. I mean, at 38, the dad bod comments are fine, but I draw the line at being called a father figure. Thank you. Yeah, so last year I tried working out at home. I think we all tried a bit of that during the pandemic. And I even invested in it. I bought myself one of those stationary bikes, exercise bikes, but as I'm sure some of you can attest to, they barely work. They hardly burn any calories, especially by proximity alone. So I have to go to a proper gym. I'm doing this thing now called HIIT, High Intensity Interval Training. Anyone heard of that? Yeah, brilliant. Not only are you theatre goers, you are athletes, and I respect that, yes. High intensity interval training. For those of you who don't know though, it's around for about 5 minutes repeatedly, made up of intensive exercises designed to make me cry. Aww. And it's quite expensive, but they don't exactly spend all that money I'm paying on the gym aesthetic. No, it's all just big numbers in primary colours. If it reminds me of anything, it reminds me of a patriotic primary school. Yeah, you have the blue yoga mats over here, the red spin bikes over there, and white privilege everywhere else. Yeah, we're moving for white privilege. I don't think we should be doing that. No. I think pretty much everyone in there, though, is either a banker or works in finance, finance bros. You know, the kind of people who own more properties than friends. Lucky bastards. There they are, all 3 of them. And a finance sister. Yes, it's 2023. Women are more than capable in 2023 of choosing to be dead inside as well. Thank you very much. But the main question I get when I'm there is, exactly how strong do you need to be when you are just an accountant? Jason's over there, pushing a weighted sled, the equivalent of a Vauxhall Astra estate. But what is he really pushing away? Feelings? How many weighted chin-ups does it take until you no longer feel the weight of daddy's expectations? I'll let you know when I find out. I actually haven't been for a couple of months. Unfortunately, there was an incident, a box jump incident. Anybody know what box jumps are? No? Anyone? Someone? No? Box jumps are where you jump up on a box. I'm also an athlete, thank you, you're welcome. Yeah, box jumps. So it's a pretty embarrassing way to damage yourself. The worst part of this whole story was I was paired with this guy called Steve. Steve's 6'3". Steve's a former rower. Steve is stunning. Oh my god, he's like the perfect upside down triangle of a man. Incredible. He did one of those, you know those body fat composition machines you get in gyms? He did one of those, right? He is 40% shoulders. So anyway, me and Steve were jumping up and down on boxes. We are in the middle of a competition that, up until today, Steve is still unaware of. And I managed to somehow jump up the box and fall upwards, because, as we can all tell already, I'm a miracle of nature. But yeah, the next thing I know, I'm slamming into the box, I slam my hand into it as well, and I make a sound best described as the disappointing sigh of a twice divorced accordion. Yeah, now this is when I probably should have left the class, but I can't leave the class at that point. Steve's right there. That would be embarrassing. Within the next 2 minutes, I hit myself in the face with a sandbag. Yeah, I split my lip open, blood pouring down my face, blood all over the sandbag. Incidentally, blood all over the sandbag, incredible name for a true crime podcast. Maybe you'd set in the gym or World War II, but that's my gift to you. I feel the one thing that Bi Pride 2023 needs more than anything is more podcasts. Yes, you're welcome. Now that's when the trainer kind of comes over and starts ushering me out of the class, saying I was ruining the blue yoga mats. And so for the gym, I have to go straight to A&E, where I'm told I've fractured my finger, I get 3 stitches in my mouth, and the chilling diagnosis that I was, in fact, weaker than an accountant named Steve. That's the end of my time. I've been Matt Smith. If you found me funny, please follow me on Matt's Funny at Instagram, and have a great Bi Pride. Thank you guys. Cheers!